It's round 5 of the Daytona DMAX Inter-Heats Championship. We're here at Shenington, brand new circuit for DMAX and a brand new circuit for a lot of the drivers. In one of the other videos we just talked through the first half of the lap, so in this one we're going to talk about some of the other corners. Bruno chicane starts the second half of the lap, so one of the heats are out. Here they come, the right, left, right. Almost an overtaken opportunity, but you've got to make sure you get it right, as when you exit you got that long back straight which leads you down to a corner. Wilkins, it's the last corner on the track. Major overtaking opportunity. Races are won and lost there. Now let's talk about Inter-Heats. Bobby Trunley is leading the championship. It's a bit of a two-horse race at the moment. He and Chris Alcock, after his win last time out, are split by around 36 points, and they're streaking away from the rest of the field. In third in the championship is actually Mike Coppin. Mike Coppin has been very quick today. He's the danger man. He's the one to watch. And you know what? If I had to pick a winner now, I'm going to put my money on Mike Coppin. Let's get straight into the final.
So it's Mahoney and Taylor on the front row of the grid for the Inter-Heats final here. Mike Coppin is alongside. So there's quite a few other drivers. Bobby Trunley's a little bit further down than we would expect, just like we saw at PF International, but we have seen him resurge through the field to take podiums.
Richard Lacey's up there, he's on the third row. Richard Lacey, of course, quick driver in the championship, but we're expecting him. I think George Hucknall is on second row. He's had a good day so far. We've got Richard Lacey behind on the third row. Grid on the screen for you there. You can have a full look through who is starting where, but Mahoney on the front row with Jordan Taylor. Good set of heats for Zander.
Very good heats for Zander as well. Mike Coppin was also a little bit up there in the top 10s a couple of times, so he could be one to watch. He's got the pace. We've seen it in the Enduro. We could very well see it in the heats, but it just depends on how the start goes for all 20 competitors here at Shenington, Chris.
Mike was certainly my pick, but let's see what happens then as they come up towards the line. Zander leads the pack over the line, and it's a full start. So
I think that was a bad formation by the grid. Not everyone was not lining up in a 2x2 formation, so they've been told to go around for another formation lap. They come around the final corner. And here we go, it's revs up, lights out, and away we go into turn 1. And leading the way, that is Zander Mahoney, I believe, Chris.
It is. Jordan Taylor makes contact with Mike Coppin there. They both run wide. So I think going through to second place is George Hucknall. Oh, but Jordan Taylor trying to fight back at turn 3. They're side by side, Hucknall to the inside.
It's nearly 4 abreast going into turn 4, Chris, and Mike Coppin's trying to go around the outside, but that might not stick. There's 2, there's nearly even 3 abreast coming down turn 4 down to the straight down to the Bruno chicane. There's a gaggle of karts. Mike Coppin's in there.
Yeah, he's 4th, and Bobby Trunley I think is now 5th with Richard Lacey in 6th place. So your order is Mahoney, Hucknall, then it's Taylor, Coppin, then Trunley and Lacey. That's your top 6 as we are about to complete the first lap of the race. Oh, Jordan Taylor's going to go up the inside of Hucknall, and Mike Coppin's going to have to capitalise here.
And he goes round the outside going into turn 3.
And Trunley's there in 5th as well. Watch him going in towards the hairpin.
And he's up the inside. He's up the inside. Nearly could have actually gone up the inside maybe of Mike Coppin, but Jordan Taylor's lost out to 2 places there in 2 corners.
Well, it's George Hucknall. He started the lap in 2nd, and there he is now in 5th place.
I think there was an overtake there.
That was Alan Curtis trying to go past George Hucknall. Didn't quite make the move, and he's going to try the outside going up towards turn 4. Does he switch to the inside, Alex?
He does indeed. Alan Curtis takes the place. Nice move there. And that was with the fastest lap of the race of 50.7.
Yeah, Alan Curtis absolutely flying there. Sitting there on the road suit, going through Bruno chicane.
Jordan Taylor sets the fastest lap of the race, Chris.
Yep, so everyone closing down Zander Mahoney at the moment. This is shaping up to be a very good race. The 3 drivers chasing in Taylor, Coppin and Trunley are all 2/10 a lap quicker than Zander Mahoney. The gap now 8/10 between 1st and 2nd. And we've got Richard Lacey there in 5th. He's just done a personal best. Alan Curtis didn't quite manage to match him with his move made on George Hucknall. But let's see now in the what he does this time with a bit of space in front of him, and then behind them we've got Kennington, Hackworth, Alcott
and Mike
Senior.
Coppings has gone up the inside of Jordan Taylor for second, going into Wilkins. Nice move, Mike Copping. And is Bobby Trunley going to follow suit? They're coming down the start-finish straight.
Well,
Bobby Trunley was thinking about it, decided not to go for it, but Jordan Taylor's fighting back, nearly throws it up the inside of Mike Copping. Bobby Trunley's right on his back bumper, trying to go around the outside into turn 3. The pair now are side by side, heading down towards turn 4, Stratford hairpin. Bobby Trunley goes up the inside, takes Jordan Taylor for third. Nice move by Bobby Trunley.
Yeah, brilliant driving there from Bobby, and good driving from Mike, I must say. And let's see what the gap is between he and Zander. Look how much he's closing in. The gap was 9/10 last time, and this time half a second. He's closed him in by 4/10 of a second. Mike Coppin and Bobby Trunley, if you watch the Enduro race, you'll see it was Coppin who was going forwards in that one, and he's doing the same in this one.
Yes, exactly. And Mike Coppins right on the back bumper is Zander Mahoney coming out of turn 4.
He's going to go up the inside into the chicane.
He makes the move and takes the lead, and Bobby Trunley nearly went with him as well.
So Mike Coppin then into the lead on lap number 8. It was inevitable that he was going to hit the front with the kind of pace he's had, but now he's got to try and hold on to it. He's got Bobby Trunley there in 3rd place, who looks very quick. Richard Lacey, as we said, is the fastest, and don't count out Alan Curtis, who was in 6th place. So 6 drivers who could possibly win this one. We're into the second half of the race now, and Mike Coppin, let's see what he can do with his pace now he's hit the front. Alan Curtis was one of the quickest last time. Bobby Trunley was the quickest of the top 6. Alan Curtis was the 2nd quickest. So that's to give you an idea in terms of lap times. Of course, with Zander being passed, he was the slowest, and he's going to go backwards once more. Looks like he's been passed by Bobby Trunley. He has. It could get worse for him if Jordan Taylor's able to get
Jordan Taylor's side by side going over the start-finish straight. The pair come into turn 1. Taylor will have the run into turn 2. He makes the move on the inside of Zander Mahoney coming into there, and look
Richard
at this.
Lacey.
Richard Lacey goes round the outside, side by side with Zander Mahoney, and that is for 4th out on track, and he has made the move stick going into turn 4. Brilliant opportunist. That is Richard Lacey.
The pole sitter is now going to have to be careful of Mike Coppin. Alan Curtis, sorry, he's got Alan Curtis just behind him, so he's dropped to 5th in the space of, well, he's dropped from 3rd to 5th in one lap, and Alan Curtis now trying to go up the inside as they go in towards Wilkins, but we have Coppin.
Oh, and Zander Mahoney's got back past Lacey there for 4th, with Alan Curtis right behind.
Driving from Zander. It's not good news for Richard Lacey, who's going to try and fight back, and Richard Lacey, who perhaps has the pace to finish on the podium, is going to be getting extremely frustrated in that car.
And watch out, Alan Curtis is right behind the pair of them, heading into turn 4. Alan Curtis thought about throwing it up the inside.
Oh, Zander Mahoney runs wide, got his braking all wrong. Richard Lacey goes past him, guess what, so does Alan Curtis. Alan Curtis now up the inside of Richard Lacey into the chicane, so that's another change. That puts Alan Curtis into 4th place now. So one more lap, this the last lap of the race, I believe, as they come across the line. Mike Coppin from Bobby Trunley, from Jordan Taylor, it is the last lap as they go through turn 2. Mike Coppin just has to hold on now, just has to try and defend. He's driving very well. He's got a brilliant exit out of turn 2. No need to defend now as they go up towards turn 4. The only thing he'll be thinking about now is Wilkins, the last corner.
So the leaders are now coming down the straight from turn 4, Stratford hairpin towards the Bruno chicane for the last time. Bobby Trunley is trying to force the issue, but it's not quite working out. Mike Copping still leads going down the second part of that back straight. They've dropped Jordan Taylor significantly as Mike Copping goes through the sweeping right-hander through into the final, well, penultimate corner.
That's
comes
enough.
Around the final turn, and Mike Copping takes a win here. Brilliant defensive driving, just a fraction ahead.
Oh, and he spins! And he spins after the flag, and Bobby Trunley joins him. What a celebration.
That's brilliant. Great sportsmanship, those two. That was great defensive driving yet again for the second meeting in succession by Mike Copping ahead of Bobby Trunley, with Jordan Taylor completing your podium.
Alan Curtis was 4th, Richard Lacey 5th, and it was Hackworth, Mahoney, Hucknall, Ellis, Alcott, Careless, Mitchell, Stephen, Kennington Senior, Carey, Browning, Eastwood, Phillips and Kirk. Well done, Mike Copping. Brilliant win.
Jordan, third place for you. Bit of an eventful race, but got on the podium in the end.
Yeah, pretty difficult, but I managed to pull it off in the end. So which counts. So.
And you like the circuit?
Yeah, it's good, fast flowing and simple when you look at it, but yeah, pretty difficult as well. So it's important to get out there and just get those elbows out.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Well said. Jordan Taylor third. Bobby Trunley second. You know, good battle with Mike. Very close racing, and you know, I know provisionally second, but you know, for now we'll treat it as you were.
Obviously, yeah. I don't think anything bad happened. I mean, it was crazy on that lap when it all kicked off, and I pretty much had nowhere to go because everyone was free wide. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say, really.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this interview makes it then. Yeah, hopefully you're still second. But Mike, winner.
Hello.
That feels good, doesn't it? You've been on a charge for a few rounds now.
Yeah.
Got to the top step. You know, must feel good.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. A huge amount of effort in the gym, on track, trying to find the last couple of tenths that I knew I was missing, and I felt like I was close at Butmore. And Alex is absolutely right. We were chatting on Facebook a few days ago, and I said, no, I'm not leaving here without a first place this weekend. And if I hadn't, I think, have qualified further down, I might have had one in the Enduro, but to take one in the heats is just as good. So I'm ecstatic. Yeah.
It was a really brilliant win, brilliant race. Anyone you'd like to thank? Anyone that's been helping you?
I'd love to thank my brother. He's been here every round this season. I couldn't probably have done it without him. He's been keeping me motivated, keeping me calm when I'm screaming expletives in the cart, and yeah, just giving me the little bit of motivation I need to push the extra couple of tenths. So yeah, I couldn't do it without him, the wife, family. Yeah, we're really proud. So yeah.
Well done, Mike. Good stuff. A very popular victory into heats done. If you want to get involved in DMAX, visit our website or call this number.